All right, hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us again for another interesting episode of the Football Fan Zone. We're here again to discuss all things football from the Premier League to the African Cup of Nations currently going on in Cote d'Ivoire and a whole lot of further issues as well. The usual guests are here with me today. My name is Emamude. I also have with me the Adams. The Adams, how are you doing? Quick word.
Doing good, doing good. None of my teams played this week, so
So
well,
no
still,
tension.
still, still, I didn't really pay attention to it, but I was just like, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So we also have Uzo with us as well. Uzo, usual guest. How you doing?
Doing good. Same here. None of my teams played, so
Yeah.
I only have one team really. I don't claim those guys in green. I
All
don't
right.
claim those
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
in green.
Those guys actually played this week.
I
So
I only my only team didn't play this weekend, so can't lose. Got some links to Antonio Nusa as well, so that's pretty exciting. So all
Yeah.
around, no bad vibes over here. Adam, stop shaking your head.
No tension. And were you also calculating on how Tottenham can win the
Hey
Premier League?
man, only 7 points off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
Wow, that's nice.
you guys can't allow this guy keep saying this thing, man. Then go have an Arsenal fan here. So
All right. All right. And we also have a special guest joining us today, Chooks, an Arsenal fan. Chooks, nice to have you. How you doing?
I've been better, I would say.
Yeah, I'm sure you're better after a resounding win for Arsenal this
Yeah,
weekend.
after one whole month of losing,
Yeah,
finally won one game.
yeah. Yeah, glad to be back to the winning ways. The winning vibe. This is something that you can, as a Liverpool fan, it's something I've been enjoying. Like I've been cruising. So
God.
yeah, I know. All right. So before let's.
Arsenal's first win in 2024 as well, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Wow.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Nice one, guy.
Happy New Year.
Nice one. So,
Welcome.
all right. Okay, so this in terms of the Premier League, right? So I think the Premier League is on a mini winter break, right? So some of the teams that didn't play last week were in action this week. Some of the few games, Arsenal won at home 5-0 to Crystal Palace. I think Sheffield United played a 2-2 draw with West Ham United. What other game was that? And some other few other games as well. First of all, let's touch on Arsenal. Chus is here with us. I want to get his view on Arsenal. So, like we said in the intro, he's glad for Arsenal to be back to winning ways. First win in 2024. It must have felt like a long time. But before that, there was talk of crisis. Is Arteta the right man to lead Arsenal to a Premier League title? There was Arsenal need a striker. I've been watching a lot of. So what? Let me tell you something I do as a rival Liverpool fan. Most times when Arsenal lose, I just go straight to EFTV,
Bro,
and
everybody
laugh
does.
my ass out. I don't know if anybody else does that, but that's what I
Everybody
do.
does that, man.
there's
And then,
there's a platform that's funnier than AFTV.
Really.
please tell us.
If you go watch Ligona, he will give you more content.
Oh, that guy is crazy, man.
Ligona will give you more content than AFTV will give you.
Yeah, okay, all right. I think that's one to check out when Arsenal next loses a game. Okay, and yeah, so there's always choose coming to let me start with let me ask you as the Arsenal fan here with us. What's your view on the striker situation with Arsenal? The January transfer window is still open, yes. Do you think Arsenal need to beef up the attack with a world class striker or a decent striker right now to put them in a good stead for them to challenge for the Premier League
I
title?
mean, there's two things, right? What you need and what is going to happen. That's just the life of an Arsenal fan. Like, what do you need? You need a gunman. You need presence up there. Someone that even if he's not scoring goals, he just has influence. But what we're going to get is Eddie Kwame Nketiah starting games for my club in 2024.
Hey,
That's what's
don't.
going to happen. That's what we're going to get. We're not getting Osimhen. We're not getting Evertoni. People should not dream it. There's no money anywhere. But I was reading that we're even FFP is watching us closely, like we stole bread. So there's no striker coming in. Sunabu will just accept that the better for every Arsenal fan. What we have is what we have, and that's what we're going to play with.
Hmm.
But no,
Interesting.
no,
So,
no Nketiah disrespect to be tolerated here, right, Uzo?
That's
I've
that,
been,
that's
I've
his
been fighting this battle.
yeah, that's tough, man.
that's his favorite player. The
I've
worst,
I've been I've been fighting
worst
this
player
battle
on
for
that
too
team.
long. My thing is a certain Brazil striker
Oh,
started on the
that was
weekend
even worse. But
and and
we'll not
I
get to
had no and had no goals to show for it in a 5 goal trouncing. But he doesn't get mentioned. It's almost like he didn't play. Eddie got an assist within 15 minutes on the pitch. So hey, Eddie Hive, we're eating good, man.
Yep.
I think Uzo has a point. I think Gabriel Jesus kind of like he has that pass. He's always in Ketia. And Ketia is the
I
whipping
The
mean,
boy.
scapegoat.
Yeah.
it's like Jesus gives you a little bit more than Eddie in terms of like they kind of play two different styles. My problem with Eddie is not even like his football. It's more so hope. You know when like you have someone from the academy that you just hope is gonna be more than us, and then he just remains at that level. Like he's just us. Like it's not like he's good or he's like really bad. The guy is just very average. Like he'll have one good game, and everybody will be like, "Oh, we need to play him more." And then we actually played him more, and it was just nothing. Like just runs around, gets some chances, we miss them. Then randomly. Once Jesus gets injured, if you bet, put your house rent on it. The first game after Jesus gets injured, you know what happens without fail. Eddie scores a goal. Guy was going to go and now do like this, and everybody will be like, "Oh, this guy is back."
Nice one.
Well, that's so true, though. That's so true.
Okay,
So
so
yeah, just long story short, I don't think we're going to get a striker. Our best hope, and to even go back to the title thing, I don't even think we're in any title discussion right now. We
wow,
should just
Wow.
go for
wow,
pride. Yeah,
wow.
because
Adams, that's your title right there.
That's incredible. That's
no,
incredible. I
because
can't believe
because think
I say that.
think
That's my
just think
that's my
about it.
two.
Think about it realistically. I don't think Arsenal has what it takes to go on a 15 game run. Where like you're just winning games, that you're not supposed to win. Because if you look at the West Ham game, the Liverpool game, the Fulham game, and then the Liverpool game again, we play well, we create chances, but where's our big problem? Can't finish. All those chances we can't finish, and then they give Salah one chance, go. You look at the West Ham game. These guys get whenever I look at the XG difference, I want to whip. Because it's like, bro, like, how are we keeping things? I think it was from that, because we're in the chat together. There was one that someone shared that in the last 3 games between that West Ham, Liverpool, and Fulham, we generated what 7.08 expected goals, and we only scored we only scored one goal. How can you be in a title race when you can't score? Like there's no fear factor. Like even the Palace, you can tell you after the game, I'm like, bro, the only thing is I'm just happy we won. So there isn't any circus around the team. Like, you know how our fans are, like everybody's just
Yeah,
saying, but the performance was not impressive. It's not like I watched the game and I'm like, wow, like this is like Arsenal. Just
But
you just
isn't
you
that
just beat the
something?
bad team.
Isn't that something you guys have always wanted? Not play well and win, right? That's if you look at Liverpool,
Nah,
that
that's
happens a lot.
that's not the Arsenal way. That's not ways to play well and win. Like play
I mean,
well,
like
that's
you,
that's true. That's
yeah,
true.
no,
that's the
you play.
Arsenal way.
My point
Don't
is, you
turn
play
us
well
into
and
Stoke
win.
City.
But when you don't play well, you still need to
you
win.
still win. Okay.
Yeah,
That's what
but
I'm trying.
right
That's the
now
point
we're
I'm
playing
trying to
well
make.
and we're not winning, and we don't play well and we win. Is terrorism? Like I'm watching my team be a team. Bro, it's like
Yeah.
it's like watching that old Tottenham set piece hurricane like
Hey,
this.
hey, 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 hey,
Bro, it's just like both of us swapped
Straight
teams.
bullet.
It's just like both of us swapped teams. I'm like, what am I watching right now? So yeah, any
Prime Conte. Prime Conte.
any title
Conte
race,
ball.
I don't think we should be involved. I will say I don't think like I wouldn't want us to lose games and we're far away from like top two, top three. But in terms of like, can we go? Can we handle when City start their run? Because I'm worried. Whenever I think of the title, I'm only looking at City. Like, how many games can you win to either gain separation or when they start winning games after games? Can Arsenal keep up? And I don't think we can because our players, actually our forwards, have not shown this season that like they want to score goals. Like if they get chances, they want to finish the chances. It's just iffy. So
But here we are. We have a Spurs fan claiming to be in the title race, and an Arsenal fan is here saying that he doesn't think his team can do it. It's
I
just, I
mean,
don't know.
being in the title race and thinking you can win is two
It,
different things.
that's what I've been trying to tell
Yeah,
Adam
yeah,
the
like
whole
are
season.
we in the title race? Yeah, of course, mathematically we're in one, but do you think we can win the title?
Hmm.
I mean, you have
Exactly.
people that will, you have,
That's
you
a
have people
different
that will like
discussion.
say it, and deep down they know the truth. Like last season, deep down, I knew the truth. After the Liverpool 2-2, I knew what was about to happen. Like I actually saw, that thing they say, like when someone shows you who they really are, you better accept it. Like don't try and think of your team as something else. This team showed me who they are against West Ham, Fulham, and Liverpool. So right now it's just to
Hmm.
play for pride. Just stay in the race, but Arsenal trying to chase City, it's not going to happen.
Okay. There's this question I want to ask. Let me ask Uzo. Uzo, the Tottenham fan, talking about Arsenal again. They'll come for you, but Uzo, from your own point of view, we like your analysis, so that's why we always give you Arsenal distinguishes. So don't mind the comments.
I'm being set up again.
Just give us your so looking at last season, right? Arsenal were runners up, like they almost won it last year. So I'm sure the idea from Chooks and many other Arsenal fans would be, okay, we'll look at where it went wrong last year. We'll maybe strengthen the squad in some particular areas, and then we go again this season. I'm sure that's what they would have said at the beginning of this season, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, from like an outsider looking in at Arsenal, do you think they addressed the issues from last year coming into this season? And the other part of the question would be, do you think Arteta is the man to lead them to a title? Maybe if not this year, sometime in the nearest future. What do you think?
There's two things, right? There's what I think personally, like my own objective analysis on what I think is going on, and
Yeah.
there's also what like I've gotten from their fans, like just from listening, like you said, watching AFTV, talking with my friends that are Arsenal fans. So it's like two different schools of thought.
Hmm.
From the outside looking in, I look at their situation and I feel like I thought Arsenal had one of the better transfer windows, right, over the summer. And I thought building on a team that won that challenged for the league last season and fell off basically due to depth and injuries. I thought they addressed a lot of those issues, and I thought it was unfortunate that they lost Timber early. Of course, Pate went down, and so you couldn't really see the robustness of their squad. But of course, from Arsenal fans' perspective, they're going to feel like they should have got a striker, that maybe they needed a bit more in terms of the attacking department. But people are forgetting they're coming off of last season being the most goals Arsenal have scored in the league in, I think, their entire history, or at least in quite a long time. So when you're coming from that kind of season, you're not thinking, oh, our attack still needs bolstering. They didn't lose any major attacking players. Xhaka, you can argue, okay, he had a lot of goals and assists, but he's not playing in an attacking position primarily. He's more of a box to box LCM. I don't know. You saw the way Mikel used them, so maybe you can say he had some influence in attack. So then that's when you like look at the Havertz signing and maybe be in terms of apples and oranges, you're saying maybe you downgraded a little bit, but you definitely upgraded with a Declan Rice, a Julian Timber. You feel like your defense is more secure. And if you just came off of scoring the most goals you've scored in your club's history, and you've got these young players that you're expecting to take another step forward, then your thought will be you're going to score, if not the same amount of goals, maybe even more, if these young players take the next step. So I think that a lot of what is going on with Arsenal right now is either a tweak to the system by the manager that's not getting the best out of the same players, or maybe the players just didn't take that jump that they were expected to take. But as far as the window, the only things I can see that would be an issue, which I've said has been an issue, and even Arsenal fans have pointed out that is an issue, is the fact that they prioritize the goalkeeper and they arguably got weaker in the left center mid position. They arguably got weaker, but I still want to see what it would have looked like if, say, Declan Rice and Partey and Odegaard was the midfield. If that was the midfield, then I want to see. I think that's an upgrade on the squad that they had last season. That's the way I would approach that. So I don't know. It's really tricky because injuries have prevented us from seeing exactly what the team was supposed to look like. Of course, you saw Julian Timber come in, and it looked like he was supposed to be an upgrade on Zinchenko. So it's hard to really judge where the team is at because you haven't seen the full 11. But from the outside looking in, I'm like, I thought they had a decent window. I think a few of their attacking players have regressed in terms of output. And now that's where you start asking, was this systemic or is it just the players themselves that have regressed in their own careers? But you never really know the answer to that. But until you answer those two questions, you can't really say, oh, they took a step backwards. And I think they were expected to keep up the same level of performance, and it just hasn't been the same. So that's where you have to look at the manager and say, well, what exactly is going wrong? That the same team, with arguably a few upgrades, hasn't been able to replicate the exact same level of performance that they had in the first half of the season last season. So that's the way I would look at it.
Okay, noted. Adams, let me throw the same question to you, Adams. Let me get your own point of view as well as a Chelsea fan looking in. I know you've always maintained right from anytime I ask you, any day I ask you, you're always like, you don't see Arsenal winning the title. They don't have what's the word now? Is it the cojones? What's that word? They don't have that. They don't have the oomph to win it. So what's your own? What's your view?
I'm actually a little bit surprised that Arsenal just won 5-0. And the talk around them is like all doom and gloom. Like, bro, like Arsenal fans should be more excited. Like, we should be talking about them more in a positive light right now because, bro, they just won 5-0.
What to be excited for?
No. Do you know my point is, if this was Liverpool, if this was another team, everybody would be singing their praises and be like, oh, they are back, they're this and that. Nobody will actually consider the full context and say, oh, maybe they didn't play well. And this is one thing everybody says about Liverpool. I'm sure the Bournemouth game, I didn't really catch the full game, but did they play that well? But are people complaining? Are people complaining about
the score absolutely flattered them in that game.
Absolutely, but nobody's.
What?
I'm sure most people. Okay, we haven't gotten to Liverpool, so I don't know what the
all right, let's hear you.
Let's get to Liverpool. So I mean, I feel like you guys are, in as much as I've maintained that Arsenal are not going to win the league. Obviously, they're not winning the league, but I think they will be back though. I think they will be back to challenge. I still think that there's still going to be some twists and turns. I think Liverpool are still going to drop points. I think the way Man City as well, Man City might win, but it will not be as easy as we think it will be. So I feel like Arsenal are still going to be up there trying to get in and amongst the numbers. Like Uzo has said, we didn't expect goal scoring to be an issue, to be such a big issue for us now. But at the same time, when I looked at their team, I looked at guys like Martinelli, Saka, and Jesus. I just didn't think that they could do better than last season. I didn't think they could be, because for them to do better than last season, that would be extraordinary. I didn't think, and if you were going to win the league, they had to do better than last season. But I just didn't see them doing better than last season. And Arteta was flattered to deceive because early on in the season, I thought, oh man, this guy might have something. He has tweaked the system. They have more control. It feels like he's heading somewhere here. They look like a much more robust team, much more physical, a lot better. But that, like Uzo was saying, that took something out of them. You know, it meant that they couldn't finish. They were not as free-flowing as they were. I saw some of the goals that they scored today, and it's been a while I've seen Arsenal score those type of goals. Remember the early goal? I'm like, oh, wow. Right. This feels like last season type vibe because it's been a minute. You know, you've seen Arsenal play this sort of like counter-attacking, free-flowing football. So I feel like, Arteta definitely overthought it a little. And to me, that's part of his strengths, also part of his weaknesses as well. Because he's someone that can, try to see the danger before it happens, but sometimes he might overdo it. But yeah, the team still needs.
Apparently, Jorginho coming into the team and finally bringing some verticality into their passing
Bro, I
is
was
the
just seeing
reason
a lot
why.
of. I was like,
So Champions League winning Jorginho has come in and brought back the
Yeah,
vibes in
that's the
Arsenal.
same.
So
that's the same Jorginho that they said he was a Chelsea flop or whatever they called him, right? And yeah, but
wasn't he nominated for a Ballon d'Or? Hey,
no,
let's
I think he
respect
was second, right? Wasn't he second? And he won.
let's respect the Ballon d'Or Jorginho, man.
Oh, but yeah, I think, yeah, like I was saying, I just feel like I said it on one episode. I feel Arsenal every season, Arsenal will keep finding out that they are like a player or two away from the title. That's how it always going to be. Last season, they were like, okay, we need to get one more midfielder, one more defender, and we're good. Next season, when they buy the striker that they want to buy, they will still say, oh, we need maybe a left back or something. That's how it's just going to be, man. That's how it's always going to be.
Okay, let me give Chooks the final word on Arsenal before we move on from Arsenal. Chooks, so Arsenal now, what's left for Arsenal this
I
season is.
mean, is a. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just wanted to say, like, so the competitions remaining for Arsenal now is the
Oh, I thought you were going to
Champions
ask
League.
the question.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I think he
Yeah,
was
you
saying,
can hear me.
yeah, I think he was saying he thought you were going to ask him the same question he asked us.
Okay, yeah, sure, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like that whole Uzo's analysis. The part that I agree with is especially the goalkeeping part is like you have all this extra stuff you have to fill in, and you go and loan a goalkeeper who really has he been better than the one we had. Like I can't tell because this season I think we still have the best defense. Like we don't concede too many shots, so you could have a Yama at his age in there, self, and like nobody would know.
Hey.
No, no, how much respect.
Don't disrespect our
Don't
legend,
laugh.
Chooks.
Like you can have
No,
some
no, slander.
45-year-old, you can have 45-year-old in your mind go, and nobody will
Come
know.
winner, please don't do
But
that.
like I think two things. I think the manager is the manager for us, and I also do think he has some blame in the way we play because at the beginning of the season he started off Pate at right back, no Gabriel, started forcing Saka to be a playmaker. Like we have Odegaard, probably one of the best 10/8 in the league. Like someone that is as creative as him, can pick passes, was playing closer to the sideline. Like his boots were picking up white chalk from and like you see stuff like that, and it's like maybe really 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 last season the way we finished is the reason why he wanted to have more control of games because there was it was too chaotic at times. But then this season is like the same way we're winning a lot of games. Like the Palace game it looked just like last season because finally they are playing to Martinelli's strengths. Like, why do you think Martinelli hasn't scored goals? They were trying to turn him into. I'm seeing Martinelli cross the ball. Why? Like, why is he trying to cross the ball? Why is Saka not having the same dynamic with Ben White? Like all those little things that he tried to tweak at the beginning. It looked like it was working because we're winning games here and there, but there are some teams that if you go and play the way we played last season, we'll win all the games because now it's looking like remember 2021-22 where it was like every game we only had just one chance the whole game, and if you don't score that chance, they're going to behead anybody that is up there.
That's Chelsea. That's just Chelsea in a nutshell.
That's how it started feeling this season. But then I don't know which game it was. I think it was the Villa game where Odegaard started playing more as an actual number 10. And you're seeing all this chance creation after chance creation. The Harvard signing, I like the Harvard signing. I won't go into why I like the Harvest signing this episode because
Oh, is this the dude from Twitter? The Abbott guy.
because
Yeah.
that one with his big headphone will have so many things to say. But I like the Harvard signing. I just feel like he has enough players to not have made because now like the saying now you've already made so much mistakes that you can't go back and rescue the points you've lost. But I think the manager is the one that's going to win us something big. The
Wow.
players, the players are good enough. I don't think we need too many more signings to where we want to be. Obviously, Partey is going to come back. Tomiyasu is going to come back. Timber is going to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we should see all those guys eventually at some point. That's why I don't feel we need to go sign somebody this January. Like, why are you breaking the bank for? It's not like the person will come in. This same Tony now will come in now and start looking. I was watching his comp the other day, or the comp from yesterday, and somebody was like, if you make him, if you literally close one eye and picture him as a Brazilian, it's Gabriel Jesus. The guy is anywhere but in his own box. He's still doing the limp coming down pass. You understand? So it's like, even if you bring Tony in, is Mikel going to use him as a target man or still do the same thing of where it's like, oh, the guy is an attacking midfielder? Sometimes I see, remember who said I called it? This guy was a left back. Our number 9 was trying to remove ball from left back and send diagonal. To who? to who?
He brings the streets to football.
Yeah, so all that being said, I think the manager should take some blame, but it's not doom and gloom, obviously.
Exactly. That's what I want to hear, man.
Okay.
You guys need to
alright.
make this interesting.
Okay,
Make
so,
38 interesting.
so
Really quickly, I think a lot of the reason why it's still gloomy around Arsenal is because they haven't really corrected the results that were, and I think what's going to change the kind of outlook in entirety is if they go and beat Liverpool at the Emirates.
yeah.
Bro,
I think a win over Liverpool is what will restore that same
Yeah.
like because
going to decide
no,
this. Yeah.
because what Adams is talking about is Arsenal fans being back to like the delusional state of like being or we're one of the best teams in the world. They're not going to get that back from a Crystal Palace win. What's going to bring that back is if they end up beating Liverpool like maybe 2-0, 3-1 at the Emirates, best believe they'll be back in their full glory.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
you see me here with red baby. Yeah.
Nice one. Okay, so, I think finally on Arsenal before we move on to Liverpool. I think you mentioned that you're not confident in Arsenal winning the Premier League, right? So my question would be the other competition Arsenal is still in, the Champions League. Do you think Arsenal has a chance?
With a lot of luck,
Hmm.
they have if I was to gamble, I would say they have a better chance at winning a cup competition than the league. Because I mean, it's a cup competition. If you
Yeah.
get lucky, you get, let's say we go beat Porto and you get
Yeah.
another team that is
Yeah.
not like that is not going to come exploit all our weaknesses. Like, let's say the next round we get at Atletico is over. Like teams like that will literally feast on you finishing chances. Or sorry, feast on you not being able to convert chances and won't even give you that many chances to even convert.
Yeah.
So I feel like the Champions League, how confident am I that we're going to win it? Not too much, but I would give us a better chance of winning the Champions League than the league.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Not
Okay.
happening, but that's still fair.
Yeah, we've seen very terrible Chelsea teams go and win the Champions League. So clearly,
Didn't they win that Champions League with Ryan
Bro, don't even.
Bertrand
How
playing?
dare you? How dare you? You need to keep my close name out of your mouth.
No, but-
Especially when it comes to European competitions, like both of you, Arsenal and
Oh,
Spurs.
yeah.
I fluked my way to a Champions League final. I know what it's like.
Yeah, you guys need to respect Havertz, man. I've been seeing all the disrespect. That guy won you your last Champions League.
Now, I have respect for him. I just don't understand why you guys.
Right now, you guys are in Carabao Cup slugfest with Middlesbrough.
I like this guy, Cheeks. All right.
Havertz is one of the better things to happen to that club.
No, which club?
All the
Maybe
disrespect I see for
Maybe
Havertz.
Arsenal, man. No, bro. We supported that guy. See, we tried our best. We tried our best for him.
Mental health habits.
We gave him everything that he needed, and still, how did he repay us? He left and went to
He won
Arsenal.
you guys
He went
Champions
to
League.
Arsenal.
So, all right, guys. Okay, so we're still going to touch on Chelsea, right? So there's the second leg.
But we didn't even play this week. Why do you want to touch on Chelsea?
Hold on, Adam. There's the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final coming up. Chelsea, Middlesbrough, and Stamford. We're still going to touch on Chelsea. But first of all,
You must, Adams. You must.
let's
You must not get out of the Carabao Cup.
let's
You must not. We'll be here for you.
okay.
That's what happens when you get a Spurs man.
Okay. So let's quickly touch on the other team at the top of the table, the current leaders of the Premier League right now, Liverpool. They were in
We'll
action
just say
today.
Liverpool, man.
Liverpool were in action today. Okay, why they pay you? Okay, Liverpool were in action today and we went to Bournemouth and yeah, beat Bournemouth 4-0. You know, it was Bournemouth. Bournemouth is a good ground for Liverpool. We've always, I think we've won in our last like 2-3 visits there. So I was quietly confident that we're going to win. And fair enough to Bournemouth, they really put up a good fight in the first half. They took the game to Liverpool, but in the second half, I felt Liverpool took the game away from them. The four goals came in the second half. It was just, in my point of view, total domination in the second half. McAllister, you know, many Liverpool fans are complaining that McAllister is not playing in the right position. He's playing as a six. It's not a six. But I thought he played very well today. He was intercepting everything. He was everywhere. He was superb. I was really like, wow. In the absence of Endo and Soboslai, who didn't play today, I thought McAllister did very well. And also, top marks to Curtis Jones as well. He's like in the recent weeks, he has become reborn. Some few months ago, some Liverpool fans were saying, "Oh, he's just using because he's from Liverpool, he's using the scouts, this thing to scam his way into the team." But me personally, I've always talked by him. I'm always like, "Oh, I've seen the talent in him, and he's beginning to repay that fate." So another good mention to Curtis Jones as well, and it just feels like this season, right? I know we've said it on this show, right? We've not really played well in like maybe 60% or 70% of our games, but we just somehow find a way to just keep on grinding wins after win after win. I think the game, why I'm a bit worried about the game, I think in 2 weeks' time we play Arsenal at the Emirates. Why I'm a bit worried, we defeated them in the FA Cup, right? Maybe last 2 weeks ago or so. We're fortunate to actually win that game. If Arsenal were clinical enough, they would have been like 3-0 up in like under
You know,
10 minutes.
you're actually the first person to actually admit that you that you snuck out of there without
Yeah,
2-0.
yeah. Like yeah, Arsenal we're not just clinical enough. And when I saw Arsenal make those chances, I just said, "Oh, we're going to win." I knew we were going to win the game after we had our chance. So it just feels like we've just been going into we've just been like grinding out wins, right? So and also the Carabao Cup first leg against Fulham, I won 2-1 at Anfield. That scoreline kind of flattered. If Fulham were smart enough, there was a chance that they would have also like won that game. So it just feels like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, maybe it's luck or it's just that mentality
Mentality
that we have.
monsters. Remember that's what you
Mentality
guys
was that we
said.
just find a way and then find a way to win. But well, if that's how you win, I don't care. Long may it continue. If you just find our ways, we're still in all the four competitions that we entered into this season. Let me just say it quietly: the quadruple is still on.
Wow. That's not a quadruple at all. Fourth with the Europa League.
Oh, please. That was your business. That one concern you. Quadruple is crazy.
That's the Emery quadruple.
Okay, so let me ask you guys. Liverpool. I know we've spoken about Liverpool, but okay, let me start with Chooks. Chooks is joining us on the show today. Adams and Uzo has spoken a lot about Liverpool. What's your view as a rival fan looking at Liverpool, right? I know that you mentioned earlier that the game at the Emirates, Liverpool was lucky to win. But what's your overall view on Liverpool? What do you think they can achieve? Can we win as a Liverpool fan, of course? Can we win the Premier League this season? Can we win the quadruple? What do you think?
I don't think you can win the Premier League, and that's not because like your team is not good. It's just that board guy in Manchester, the actual good board guy in Manchester, the actual
Oh, oh,
the
oh,
actual, the actual good board guy.
Oh man.
He can do the same thing that you're doing because what you guys are doing, I feel, is not even really mental. I mean, yeah, it's mentality monster to an extent, but it's also experience. Like you feel like you're going to win and you play like you're going to win. And you just have players that also like ooze that kind of confidence. Like when you watch like Salah, Trent, people literally win games just off Salah, Trent. Which is funny because now that they are not around, they're still winning games because everybody just feels like they're supposed to win. But if
Yeah.
Salah, Trent stay healthy, I think you guys can give City that that push. But when Europa League comes back and you're going to play Thursday, you come back Sunday. I don't know if that will affect them because the little injuries now. Salah never gets injured, and now his hamstring.
Yeah.
Trent, I think he has a knee problem.
Yeah.
But you guys just have players that can bring it out of somewhere.
I'm telling
Like
you,
someone
like,
like Jota that can just bring it out of somewhere. When Salah is playing the same way. I think that's what you guys missed last season when it was just Salah doing it and Nunes wasn't really.
wasn't
Yeah, it
wasn't
wasn't.
doing
Then Diaz has fallen off. Like
so badly.
I remember.
Yeah.
Let me actually just say this: the game in the league at Anfield, that Martinelli and Diaz performance, God, I hope promising wingers not watch that game because both of them they were dragging for who was smelling the most. The, those guys were stinking. Like I was watching Diaz today. I'm like, is this the same guy that came in
Yeah.
January? I remember he came in January and so
Yeah.
much flair. Almost like
As
they don't
in,
beat the player come off from the bubble. The guy doesn't like he doesn't look like the same player anymore.
It's
what's his
Partey now.
name?
Partey.
Partey is
wants
Partey.
to be
The
alive.
injury at the Emirates last season. He has never
Eh,
been the
so
same. I've seen
leave all
Nigeria.
that excuse. But yeah, I think you guys can win the Carabao Cup. If you meet Chelsea in the final, the first half I think is done. If you meet Middlesbrough in the final, maybe second half it will be done. Then
What?
FA
Wow.
Cup.
Wow. 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 Interesting.
Don't let
FA
him. Don't
Cup.
let him gas you. Don't let him gas you,
No, no.
Pius.
So to be honest, if I'm a Liverpool fan, I'm more scared of Michael Carrick than Poch. Poch is going
Wow.
to roll up to that Carabao Cup final and probably play Sterling at left back. We know what he has done. Like the Carabao Cup, I feel is you guys should have probably already won that one. Yeah, the strongest team there. Salah has already left Egypt, right? He's going back to Liverpool to rehab,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he's probably going to be fit for the game against Arsenal.
He's going to
Then
play.
Uncomfortable
I'm sure
conversation.
he's playing that game.
But
yeah, he's going
Uncomfortable
to play.
conversation.
no. I think that Egypt is still in a competition. He can't play for Liverpool. I don't think so.
Oh, really?
Come on,
Yeah.
the guy is going to wear his Adidas cleats and play.
No, but
Guy,
what I was
guy,
he just
He's going to wear Bob Bradley shirt and play, man.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
I wish he'd be there for the game against Arsenal. Egypt should
no,
just
he will. Someone like just having Salah and Trent. That's all you really need in this league. It's like when I be telling this big head, yeah, I'm so envious of players like Son. Like those of you in your team that have like the Sons, the KDBs, the Salahs, the Trent, guys that don't need second invitation to go and get you something. Just having that's what we're hoping for Bukayo, but let's not even go back to that. But yeah, just having Salah, Trent
Ooh,
after
No
February,
slander. I'm seated.
just having Trent and Salah after them entering like February.
Adams has woken up.
At a minimum, at least one. You guys are gonna come out with one trophy minimum. And I don't know
minimum.
about four, but
You,
minimum one.
Nah, nah,
you,
they're probably
you
going to
think
do a double or something. They're winning Europa Cup. I can't
Yeah,
Yes.
you'll be
definitely.
bro. Trust me, as someone that
yes?
has seen that tournament for the last 7 years, it will be the
Let's not disrespect the Europa League,
it will
man.
be the most random team from Siberia on
That's
a
going to knock
random
out Liverpool.
Thursday that will just decide that. And the thing is, they won't beat you. They will start some weird beef in the first leg, and then the
Yeah.
second leg, they're gonna get one nasty result, and you're just like, how the hell did we lose this game?
Yeah, I think I remember.
Well, I
I think
can't
last
relate to
season
that.
was
So
Arsenal and Sporting Lisbon. Yeah,
Yeah, those sporting guys were doing the Xhaka celebration he was doing to his daughter. After the game, all of them were walking towards our bench and we're doing like this. And we're like, yo,
I remember the game.
who are these guys?
Well, Adams, when Chelsea won the Europa League, did you guys come from champs down to Europa League, or were you in the tournament the entire time?
I think one of it, the Sari one, we're in the tournament the entire time, but the other one, Benitez one, we came from Champions
The
League.
Champions League. Okay. Okay, so Uzo, let me ask you the same question for Liverpool. How many
Yeah, no,
trophies?
you're not winning a quadruple. Zero chance. You saw what happened the last time. Listen, Liverpool don't learn their lesson. Stop trying to hold all these eggs in the same basket. Your team is not strong enough for that. You've
Yeah,
got
yeah.
hamstrings falling off the bone. People's knees are buckling. These guys are old. You want Virgil to be playing on Thursday nights and Sunday mornings. Virgil is a 35-year-old man. Let him rest. I think what Liverpool need to do is prioritize which competitions that they're going to. I mean, obviously, being in for the league, I was very surprised that you guys haven't addressed any of your issues in the window. And from what I've been getting from Liverpool fans, not just even you Pirates, like everybody online, they all seem very content to not do any business.
I think they're
So
just
I
trying to
think
win
when
it, though.
Liverpool fans are here, like it seems like everyone is like okay with just like where they are. They feel like they have the team spirit, the togetherness to go for
Yeah,
it. And as much as I respect that, I think is a little naive. And I think this is why John Henry and FSG have been able to get away with this kind of poor ownership for so long, is because they have a guy like Klopp who not just covers for their mistakes, he seems to make fans think that clear mistakes that the ownership is making are actually smart, intelligent, clever, or like foresight. Like I've seen Liverpool fans now trying to pretend that missing out on Caicedo and Lavia was good business and that Endo was the better play. No, the ownership failing is one thing. The manager being able to get more out of players is a whole separate thing. So I hate when people like try to conflate both and act like, oh, because Klopp has now turned
But the
water
manager
to
has come
wine,
out and said the same thing. He's the one. He's the
he
one
was
making
he
them
was
feel
he
like,
was but he was trolling though.
oh yeah, yeah.
Listen, Klopp was in
yeah, it was
wherever
training. It was training.
Caicedo was. He was there the same night trying to get the guy on the helicopter with him back to Anfield. You're
Yeah,
telling me he really was so happy to miss out on what Caicedo?
he
He
said
was he was holding his jersey and dragging him to.
he said Caicedo locked his room door. He saw Klopp he saw Klopp smile and locked his room. He wanted no parts or whatever. Whatever's happening in Anfield.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good for Caicedo. I'm sure he's having
I
a
mean,
good time right now in
who's
Chelsea.
think about it. Is it even Klopp or is it really just one Allison, Salah, and Trent? Like just having those three guys alone is literally their host. Because you know how many times Allison saves these guys
I'm telling you,
game
and
after game, and then
yeah,
it's literally one long ball from Trent goal that really opens up because
That's
they
after
really
sticking
know,
the entire game too.
man.
Bro.
I mean, what the way I see like from a performance perspective, right? Because I think Liverpool can challenge for the league. Obviously, I don't think they'll win it because I still feel like I was watching the game against Bournemouth today, and I'm just like the
Yeah,
reason
like
why I
they
said the
didn't play
game,
well.
the
They didn't play well
yeah,
at
they
all.
they 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 had control of the game, but they weren't really like doing anything decisive
Nah,
until the chances just came out of nowhere,
brother, that
right?
first even the
And
McAllister talking about, they were dragging the guy's neck in the game. I was even looking at the stat, and I think he won 3 out of 12 tackles. That cannot be a defensive midfielder, but you know they win 4-0 and they will hold the guy on their shoulder. Like
That's
stuff
that's
like that is what I don't get.
that's all I've been
Like
saying. Like
they
this
know how to
team,
escape. I'm just hoping one season they can really see what their team is. Like without all the heroics from different players, like just one season. Just endure what every other person has to endure. Like your star player is out, and now you're actually forced to rely on Nunes to score. Like they scored 2 goals ahead. Do it the next game. Do it the next game.
he
Like,
won't, he
like what
won't.
Salah does.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you guys are going to challenge. I just don't think 4 competitions is doable for a team that is already struggling with injuries and
Yeah.
is already so short-handed. I don't think it will even be
did you see
clever.
their bench today?
And and Klopp is the number one guy, right, that cries about the schedule and so many games on players. And every season he's going for 4 competitions. Every season he's doing this. He's playing his players in on Thursdays or Wednesdays and playing them on Saturdays. And then he's the first one to say, "Oh, it's too hard on the players, this and that." So it's like you can't have both. I need to see some more rotation. I need to see.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
but
knock
he only
yourself out of a
He
tournament, but
actually does that to a good degree, though. He plays a
but
lot
Klopp
of.
will
does
change.
he?
Yeah, I think so.
Salah's missed 11 games in 7 seasons.
Wow. but
11 games in 7 seasons.
wow.
If that was Bukayo Saka, his mom would be at Arteta's door.
Yeah, that's low key Saka. Saka doesn't
I'm
miss
saying,
games.
but look how much we speak about it, right? Imagine we look back on the last 7 seasons and we say, wow, Saka has missed 11 games in 7 seasons. There will be an uproar. So again, I'm not saying it's the worst thing in the world because obviously Salah can handle that kind of workload. But if you're going to be going for 4 competitions and you know your team isn't like deep enough, then I mean, obviously you see the academy boys coming in and doing a job, but are you going to rely on guys like that to win you things? Like, and can they? It remains to be seen.
Hmm. It
Yeah.
really,
See, all I'm
really
saying
needs to
is
be seen.
just wait. Let us get into that Carabao Cup final. You see, that's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
But
With who?
you know, okay, Adam, well,
That's
well, we don't even know the team. We don't know the teams that are going to get to the Carabao. Okay, let's talk about the Carabao Cup semi-final second legs, right? Okay, so Adams, let me start with you. Chelsea at home to Stamford Bridge, 1-0 down from the first leg. What are Chelsea's chances? I'm sure you're going to say Chelsea.
yeah,
What are
obviously,
Chelsea's
bro.
chances?
They are coming to Stamford Bridge. There's
Chelsea's
nothing
hosting them.
they can't go away with a win.
What
There's nothing.
happens in Stamford Bridge these days? I can't keep up.
No. That's no that. This one can't happen. It's a cup game under the lights. It's
We're
going to
going
be.
to we're going to turn your face cap like this if you don't win.
But,
We will be here.
Well,
I think Chelsea's
I think
winning.
this guy knows that his job is riding on that game
Yeah,
because there's no you can't
there's
go
no
out.
how.
People say it every week.
No,
When
but this one is crazy because he's Middlesbrough. I think
Right?
they drew their game this weekend to the
Yeah,
bottom. I don't even know what team they drew.
They're like lower mid table in the
Yeah,
championship.
and
yeah.
Lower mid-table.
they are not a good. They are not Leicester City or Southampton. Those are like the best teams in championship
Yeah,
this season.
yeah.
So I don't think he can get any saving grace after losing to Middlesbrough. I feel like that's
Yeah.
probably the last one.
I, th-
Every
I
other
think
Premier League team can beat him and he can get away with it, but Middlesbrough, I feel like that might be it for his job.
I think I agree. I think the game will be over in the first half, in my view. The second leg will be over. I think to be done at those there.
I think it's going to be a lot more dramatic than that. I'm not
Yeah.
saying.
I think it would be a lot
Because
harder than first
because
half.
they're going to come to set up to defend.
Yeah,
Like absolutely, they're going to be under no illusions that they can go out there and get a goal or anything like that. I think they're going to have 10 men behind the ball at all times.
yeah.
And we know how much Chelsea struggle with unlocking a low block. So I think it's going to be one of those games where they're going to keep trying before they finally have a breakthrough. I can see it actually going to penalties. Maybe like Chelsea winning 1-0 and then the game going to penalties or something like that. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
It's not. It's not. I think it will be dramatic. I think it will be dramatic, but I feel like we'll win.
Okay, Chooks, what's your view? Chelsea win, right? Chelsea in the final.
I'm here for hate, man. If they make it to the final, I do not like Chelsea one bit. So yeah, if they make it to the final, that's even better. Let them king them on a bigger stage. But you push be beating me. You guys be beating me just bro both legs.
Yeah.
Like that game pissed me off because I had to take time out of work to even watch the nonsense. And I'm like, this Poch guy, I don't know. But long may it continue. I hope people go there and make that game as stressful as possible. Maybe come out with a 2-2-0 and go and die in the final. That would probably be better for content because who wants to see Liverpool Middlesbrough in the final? Or was Fulham Middlesbrough in the final? Like, no one's going to watch that. One Liverpool Chelsea.
Fulham Middlesbrough, please,
Yeah,
please.
one Liverpool
That's not happening.
You know,
That's never happened.
Streets need Liverpool Chelsea.
but
All these cups that Liverpool fans were saying that are not important now, they should go and win it and carry it in their ear. So in May, when I bring out community show, nobody will tell me that we didn't win trophy.
nice one.
Shameless.
So the other semi-final is Fulham Liverpool. Liverpool are taking a 2-1 lead to Fulham. But I'm as a Liverpool fan, that game still has some sort of jeopardy on it because I think I was watching the highlights again of the first leg, and I'm just like, there were chances for us to make it 3-1, 4-1. We couldn't score it, And my mind went back to the Barcelona Liverpool Champions League semi-final of I think 18-19.
Come on, bro.
There,
No, no,
there,
I know. No,
there's
no,
no
I know.
way. There's no way you're making that comparison.
No, it's
Yeah,
not a
they are give
comparison. No, no, no,
they
it's not a comparison. I'm just saying, like in the
Fulham
context
are
of.
no nowhere near which
I'm
team
not
is it?
saying.
Liverpool. Go ahead.
No, I'm not saying that. Of course, I'm not saying I'm making a comparison. I'm not saying that there was a chance that Barcelona had. I think it was Dembele to have made it 4-0 in that first leg, and it just
Yeah.
like it
Messi
just
put it on a plate for him and he
yeah, they
missed
were
it.
just
Yeah.
casual. Like they were just like, oh, it's 3-0 already. We're already. There's no how. But football is just. I just hope Liverpool players just go there, professional, take their chances because Fulham is not. They're a decent team. They beat Arsenal. Yeah, they beat Arsenal some weeks ago. So
Yep.
yeah, so it's not a walkover yet. It's not
But they don't
like
have some of their players too. They don't have Bassi,
Okay.
Iwobi, and some of those guys.
I knew he was going to say Bassi and Iwobi. Adams is so shameless. It's the same way Adam said that Man City was missing Cole Palmer, and that's why they were
No, did
very
I say
lucky.
that? Did I say that? No. I said I said
Adams,
Palmer
I'm
could
going to
have
go get the tape. I'm going to go
Palmer
roll
could
back
have
the
done
tape.
something. Like Palmer could now they have Oscar Bob doing things for them, right? Palmer could easily have been that guy. Right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I don't think Fulham particularly miss especially they had this guy coming in at
Tosin.
center back.
Tosin.
Yeah, Tosin Adarabioyo. So I honestly I think Fulham are a lot more dangerous than people think. I think both second legs are still in the balance. And bro, in a cup game, you just can't really count anybody out,
yeah,
especially when you haven't just completely walked over them in the first leg. Like you've left it open to
exactly.
moments. So
I mean, but like,
anything can happen.
which team right now out of Fulham and Liverpool has more moment players? That's the thing.
Right
Like,
now, but I'm saying right now, without Trent, without Salah, like
bro,
it is a toss up.
what
No,
Jota
come on,
play?
bro. They still have Jota. They still have
Jota will play foot chance the night before and gonna score brace. The game that should be a microscope is the one that is including those buggers in London, Chelsea. That's the game that should be on the
The
microscope.
London Cowboys.
London Cowboys.
Yeehaw!
actually to be
Yeehaw!
fair, we're actually losing like 1-0 down. So I mean
But Liverpool's only up one goal.
yeah,
If
they're
I'm
up
correct.
by
Just
2-1, yeah.
one goal, yeah.
Yeah.
1 goal, yeah.
Anything can happen.
I think both of them are in the balance, so they should be a good watch. What I'm hopeful is that none of those games are decided in the first half. I just want to see something exciting going
Yeah.
into the second half and both teams having everything to play for. So.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So, guys, before we leave the Premier League and move on to other things, Uzi, I wanted to get your view, and maybe Adams as well, or and choose as well, if you want to chip in. What's it called now? The Premier League sustainability rules, right? That has the hammer on or their watch eye on Nottingham Forest and Everton. And then there's this talk around, oh, what about Man City? They have 115 charges. Why haven't they been deducted? So I don't know if you guys have had a chance to look at those issues and see what's happening. Does anybody want to have a go? What's the story and why has Manchester City not been
I think
deducted?
they're two different things though.
Yeah, they're two different
They're
things.
two
Two
different
completely different things.
Yeah.
FFP
They're
and that one
completely
is
different,
different. And this is just if failed attempt at some accountability after Chelsea and City have ruined this sport with all their useless spending of money.
There goes the Arsenal fans. Okay.
But in all honesty though, like the sustainability, the financial sustainability and profitability thing is really only for Premier League clubs and is to prevent like basically an imbalance in your books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you remember, that's what sent what was it Portsmouth to administration or whatever. Like they got really really close to administration
Even
before they
Leeds
bounced back as a club.
back in the day.
Yeah, Leeds suffered from.
Yeah.
So it's just to prevent teams. I mean, what Forest was doing, we all looked at it like, forget about like pocket watching. Everybody was like, how are they?
10 players.
That window every 5 days they were linked with a new player and
Yeah.
he was
So
still
these
doing.
guys,
It was a little weird.
And now they don't even have they have half of their team out for AFCON. They don't even have
bro,
all
those
those
guys.
what's going
You know that
on.
one
And
friend
those
that just always has cash. That's how they were moving. He have his cash. Every time he was to play something, he'll bring out cash from his pocket. He didn't have his card on him. Bro, they were moving so crazy. And it's always
They were
funny when
moving wild.
they signed. This guy signed Origi. Nah,
Liverpool,
that's an
what?
avalanche display of wealth.
They signed Aurier, they signed Lingard, they gave him a
Yeah, they
Yeah,
gave
crazy,
him
crazy
charge.
salary.
Exactly. I was
Emmanuel
about to say
Dennis
that.
too. Emmanuel
yeah.
Dennis
Now,
too. They sent him
Yeah,
to
so
City.
Emmanuel Dennis.
the guy was
Ah,
signing Odoi. Okay, you don't want him anymore. Bring him. Odoi,
Yeah,
crazy money.
they signed Nuno
Everybody was.
Tavares. Hey,
they
or
do
they
have
own Nuno Tavares.
they even have, I
Oh,
think they have a World Cup winner right now in their squad. There's an
Who is that?
Argentine.
They had this guy from PSG too. Okay, that was a loan deal. They had this goalie,
oh yeah,
Yeah,
they had
so
Oh, Keylor Navas, Keylor
Navas.
Navas.
Dean Henderson was there.
Yeah.
Now
So
those
yeah,
guys, they
what
deserve
they're
to.
doing
They need to
obviously
deduct 50
will
from
have
themselves.
consequences. Like you'll have consequences on the team in the long run. So those guys definitely they need to get docked. And
Hmm.
Everton, I think about Everton. Everton are crying now, but bro, it is what it is. I know it's a little unfortunate because of the COVID situation and the stadium naming right, but
yeah,
But this isn't about that. This is about their actual signings.
yeah, yeah,
That was a different breach. This is about their actual.
yeah,
And the
yeah,
funny thing is, a lot of the defense that these clubs are putting up, which is to tell you that it's not some witch hunt. A lot of the defense that they're putting up is that, oh, we actually needed those players. So
uh,
what? So did Leeds and all these other teams that actually went down.
yeah,
But
yeah.
guess what? They play by the rules.
yeah,
And you
You
did not.
can't just go sign whoever whenever, and you're not making any sales that
yeah,
offset the cost of the players that you're buying. So at the end of the day, I'm okay with everybody being on the same level playing field. As a Spurs fan, knowing that my owner is not going to go out there and splash cash, let everybody be on the same level playing field. If you want to spend 300 million, you better make 150 million in sales. I think
yeah,
that's fair.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's fair.
And
absolutely.
and even a team like Chelsea, funny enough, they've actually always been on the right side of
Always.
their little loan army model where they just sell all these random loan guys that they generated.
Them and City have already enjoyed the Ojuru already. Like
What would you
it's one thing. It's one thing if they had done it earlier. It's like these guys are it's just like what City is doing. Like now they have their own loan, quote unquote loan. Look how much they sold Kopama for.
Right, 45 million.
Yeah, like they can be sustainable because yeah, like you've gone and you spent all that money early on and nobody was looking.
But where the real cheating happens though is in the loan and
Yeah,
academy
it's some of the
level.
players that they sign to
Yeah.
just academy.
Because they're able to snap up a lot of the young promising talents from clubs that can't rival them for wages, can't rival them for fees, and
Um,
then
this,
there's no policies at that level. So then with the promising talents coming through the academy, you're then able to sell them for profit, which then helps you sustain your spending at the higher level, which is
yeah.
where they're now attempting to police that. So it's all I'm all for people finding loopholes and finding tricks and ways around things. So it is what it is. But just going out there and doing what Forrest and Everton have done, which is just signing whoever, whenever, wherever, however, like that, like,
Okay,
this isn't Shakira.
Yeah.
uh, yeah,
And then for
guys.
City, they've been accused of lying. Those are like crazy accusations. And when you accuse somebody of lying, you have to be able to prove it, right? So Premier
Yeah,
League has to prove it. This isn't
Yeah,
FFP. FFP is we can see your books, like everybody knows what you've done, right?
right.
Everybody's plain to see. And those guys admitted, like, yes, we know we're over by 60 whatever million. But this one,
Right.
Man City are saying, no, we didn't do it. Prove us wrong that we did it, right? So it's
Man
different.
City's thing is, I think, is all they made up like fake sponsors
Yeah,
and
fake
weird things like that.
sponsorship,
So
yeah.
ownership, those type of things. So those ones, obviously, it is going to be harder to
to
prove
prove, yeah,
that is right or wrong. So it's not always parallel to like compare and say, oh, what about Man City?
Okay, okay. All right, guys.
to prove.
All right, another topic I want us to quickly touch on is so we don't really talk about the Bundesliga on this show, but I want to quickly touch on the Bundesliga, right? And an interesting twist is that we have a Spurs fan with us, right? So how is it now possible that it's the season that Bayern Munich signed Harry Kane and Eric Dier that is looking like they might not win the Bundesliga this time?
Eric Dyer has been there for 30 seconds and he's already getting 30 today.
And he's
I
his
love
favorite
it.
manager too. He's his favorite manager.
So don't let Xhaka win league on Kane's head. Dude. That's all I'll say. I remember all your Granite agenda. Don't let Granite win league on top of Kane's head. Dude. The
Because
North
Hey,
does not
listen,
do this.
Because right now, Bayern are
Leader.
leading with like 7 points.
Leader.
Of
If
course,
Zaka wins that league, I'll come to the podcast with water in my mouth and start talking like
Oh my God. Hey. Let's respect Sir Harold Kane. Respect Sir Harold.
no, we're just saying that hopefully Bayern wins it because if
Why you
Bayern don't
hopeful?
win it,
Why you hopeful?
I'm not hoping they win it. I don't listen. For Kane's legacy, right? Here at Spurs, as Spurs fans, I've always defended him from the perspective of you cannot judge an individual player by team trophies, right? But clearly, he judges himself by team trophies because the reason that he left Spurs was because he wanted to go on to win and challenge for these big titles. So he backs himself as someone who should not die in poverty without winning anything. So he wanted to go sit with the big boys and rub shoulders with them. And he's gone there. His numbers have been great. He's been playing fantastic. But now he's seeing that winning trophies is not some God-given right. There really is a challenge to it. There's something you have to go figure out in how to win. So whatever he's doing over there, Bayern fans can defend him now. That ain't got nothing to do with us.
That's the greatest player. The greatest player that's ever played in your team. You can't say that has nothing to do with it.
Well, that's not true. That's not true because we've had Gareth Bale, and I definitely watched him play.
Oh, you had Gareth Bale.
And
Now,
Gareth
Gareth Bale is greater than
Bale is definitely has a greater career and was a better talent than
as a
Kane.
sports legend. Who is more of a sports legend? Gareth Bale. Who gets a statue tomorrow? Gareth Bale or Harry Kane?
I think Kane will because he stayed longer, of course.
Yes,
But when you're talking about like
that's the best player that's ever got out of your team. So it affects you.
Well, he's the greatest, not the best. The best would be Bale, guys like
what do you mean the greatest, not the best?
Greatness in terms of accomplishment, best. No, I use greatness.
I'm not having.
No, I'm saying I use greatness in. Let me explain. I use greatness in terms of accomplishment and best in terms of talent. I don't think Kane is more talented than Bale. I just don't think so. I think Gareth Bale is the most talented player that I've seen in my club. It's just facts.
That's debatable, though. That's debatable. There's no how we can tell.
Josh.
Harry Kane can also be the.
I think we can definitely tell what Bale did to the league in that season before he went to Madrid. I don't think any player has gone to that league. I don't think any player.
Harry Kane it's the same guy that was sitting here telling me Alan Shearer is something. And now
No, I'm saying in terms of who you've watched, who's more scary. Gareth Bale did way more scary things in the season that he
what? Scary as in how? Harry Kane scored goals.
So are we going to sit here and pretend?
What's scarier than that?
Did anyone here watch Gareth Bale in his prime at Spurs? Because am I insane? Did you watch Gareth Bale against Inter Milan?
You know why I'm saying this? Because this is usually me doing what you're doing. And you're always coming at me with
the argument we had for Salah and Hazard was about greatness. Salah's greater, but he's not better. I've always maintained that. I've always been consistent.
Salah is not better than Hazard.
Not in terms of ability. No, he's not. He's not better than Hazard when it comes to ability.
Put it down, man. What does Hazard do except twerk?
Yeah, we go again.
Please.
Yeah, but Pius, let's move it on.
Wait. Before we get sidetracked, I really don't think the blowback from Kane not winning at Bayern is going to be on Spurs to bear. I think that's on him to bear alone.
And
it's even worse because if we were down in the dumps and he didn't win at Bayern, then it was like we can hold corn. But the fact that we're doing well without him, and then he doesn't win at Bayern, that's going to be on Sir Harold Kane and Sir Harold Kane alone. Brother, that is your burden to bear. Leave us out of it. Leave us out of it.
Friend in this village.
I ain't got no friends in this village.
You're actually right, dude. If you guys weren't playing well and he didn't win, it would be one kind. But you're actually balling. Like people have Richarlison looking like a striker, and the guy is about to go put up numbers again and not win a trophy. That's the sad part.
It's going to be on him, yeah.
His numbers are crazy. Like the numbers.
So now, imagine Bayern don't win the league. They also don't win the Champions League, and then England doesn't win the Euros. He's going
He
to
has
have a terrible. You want to talk about mental health? Harry is going to be on. I can't say the word, but they're going to be watching him in some white room with only foam. I know,
Bro, the
it
disrespect.
it can get really bad for him. It can get really. No, he is a Tottenham. He's the number one Tottenham legend, and you're right. He would get a statue if anybody could. I haven't denied that. I'm just saying. I think Gary Bale was a better talent, and I think that's fair to say because the peaks that Gary Bale reached in this league as a one-man show as well, insane.
Interesting. I'm sure some of the viewers will have some very different
So
opinions.
I want to know what
That'll be
the sports
interesting.
fans have to say about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think most Spurs fans feel Bale is the best player that we've seen in terms of ability, but I think Ken is by far the great. But it's not. But again, it's not like Bale is clear of Kane. Like it's not like he's massively
Yeah,
clear.
it's not like the Hazard.
They're both
Salah
really
debate.
top talent.
Yeah, like where Hazard is.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, we can only wish Harry Kane the best of luck. I wouldn't want him
Who is
to not to
wishing? Who
win
is wishing him
anything.
the best of luck?
Okay, all right.
I'm not. I have no.
I mean,
no
when
feelings
he
about
plays
him
for
winning
England,
the-
I am. So
Oh,
you're an England fan as
Adam's an
well?
England
Yeah.
fan, yeah. Adam's like, he has a
Oh,
soft
wow.
Okay.
He likes
All right.
England. That means he likes Bukayo. No?
I mean, like
Yeah,
for England, he's
I know it's for England. Don't worry.
Oh, I mean, he let his country down, so you know.
Wow.
You want to go?
Wow. So, okay.
Who Kane let his country down against France now.
Leave him.
Exactly.
Leave him.
Oh my God. Nice one, Trips. Thanks.
No, but for real, Kane should have given that penalty to Saka. But you know,
And he skied it, into
this
the
guy against Loris too. Loris has probably the worst.
I don't think Loris has ever saved a penalty in his entire career.
Yes,
I'm so serious.
So, do
Oh yeah,
you
Aubameyang. That was for top 4 as well. That was for top 4. Oh man, that was beautiful.
North London. One day I'll be free from the shackles of North London.
It's kind of into the Qatari night sky. Okay, guys, let's because of time, let's quickly
Oh man, that was
time is
poetic.
fast, but okay, let's quickly touch on the African Cup of Nations. AFCON. There's no how we won't touch on AFCON before end the show. Right, so we've seen well, let me start. Okay, we've seen two games, two match games for all the teams involved. There's a lot of talk around Senegal, like Senegal are the favorites to win it, the defending champions, and fair play to everybody that says that, there are two games they've absolutely blown the two teams they've played. They played Cameroon in their last game, and Cameroon is no pushover in Africa, but they made Cameroon look like boys. It was like boys versus men in that game. So of course Senegal is always going to be that number one team to, everybody's favorite to win the tournament. There was also talk about Morocco, the second team, like everybody's or the probability of them winning is like they're in second place after Senegal. I watched them today, and against DRC, they were not convincing. Oh, there's the how will I put it now? There's the excuse of they were playing at 2 p.m. The weather very hot,
What?
so they couldn't express themselves.
Is that a real thing?
No, Morocco is from the north.
Bro, this
northern
is AFCON. Where's when they used to play in Egypt and all those other countries? Did anybody say?
I don't think the northern. I might be wrong, but based on my geography, might be wrong. But I don't think those northern African countries have experienced such heat like
They do now. They are closer.
They're closer to the desert than we are.
Yeah,
they're
they are
closer to the desert.
climates. Maybe the only exception might be Morocco because they are close to
to
the
Europe, Spain,
yeah. Close to, maybe.
Yeah, so
But, how are you Arab and you don't like heat? That's your aesthetic.
Yeah, because and then you see Nigerian players also use the same heat. Chukwueze was saying, that Nigeria should give them like the first game they drew 1-1. They played at 2 p.m. That why is
Chukwueze really said that?
Yeah,
not Lukman, Chukwueze.
No man, Chukwueze will grow for. It was hot.
Hey, he's in Milan now, so you have to respect. You have to respect my international bowlers, man.
Oh my
You
God!
can't be having them in these conditions.
I see Lukman that was born and I'm not sure, but I think he was born in England, right? I might be wrong, bro.
I think
right?
so
I
as well. I'm
think
not
so.
sure. I think
Maybe.
I'm not
Either
sure.
that or he grew up there, but I know because I know he was eligible to play
President
for
for
England.
sure went to one boys' school in Enugu. There's no way he's complaining about
Now
heat.
that's crazy that he's complaining about heat.
But oh yeah. All right. So like I was saying, right? So just two teams have qualified for the next round after two games. That's Senegal and Cape Verde.
Cape Verde.
And fair play to
Wow.
Cape Verde, man. They played beautiful stuff. They played beautiful
Yeah,
stuff.
they can play. I saw their first game
Defeated Ghana, yeah,
against
Yeah.
Ghana. They
and
played
then
well.
defeated Mozambique as well, 3-0. So
Against who? Sorry, I didn't hear. Wait, wait.
I said Cape
Who
Verde
did it? Who did?
they defeated Ghana.
Ghana. Who's this Ghana?
Are you sure? Are you sure it's not the rapper Ghana?
Wow, wow. You
Who's
guys,
this Ghana?
you guys
Let's
are
not let's not speed past the results that that the people want to hear.
not, sorry.
I hear a certain uh who has more points right now? Is it Egypt or Ghana? Because Ghana
No,
lost one and drew
I
one,
was
right?
waiting for him to say to talk about Egypt.
I don't, you know, so the, okay, so that's
They both have 2 points.
yeah. So they're in Group B, right?
No, no,
So
no. Ghana lost. Ghana lost, so they only have 1 point.
so the standings
Ghana
are like
lost.
so
Yeah,
Group
they
B
They
is
lost to
They
Cape
lost to
Verde.
Cape Verde.
Yeah, they lost.
yeah. So Cape Verde are on 6 points. What's it? Egypt are on 2 points. Ghana
And
1
Ghana on
point.
one.
Mozambique 1 point.
Okay.
So it's all to play for before Egypt, Cape Verde, and all of them can still go through. That's all of them. The three
Well,
teams still have a chance of going through
three
that.
teams still have a chance.
Yeah, going through that group. Okay, that's for Ghana and Egypt. For Nigeria, well, the mathematics is simple. This is a bit simpler for us. Just avoid defeat in our final game, and then we are through to the next round.
But we should be trying to top the group, though.
Yeah. So that I was about to come to that. The last AFCON, right? We topped our group, won all
Yeah,
our
we,
games.
we smashed our group, I think, and
Last,
Yeah, and then we
last
lost
year,
in the first round. Yeah.
then we
Yeah,
now
we
lost.
lost to Tunisia. One of the
So the thing
Tunisia.
worst
about
teams.
it, so some people are wary about, some people, I've seen some comments are like, some people are like, oh, Nigeria should intentionally finish second because it can be kind of tricky. When you say you finish first and then you play, there's a team, maybe you finish first and then there's an upset in another group and then Algeria, who is a powerhouse in this thing, finishes third and then you play Nigeria,
Bro.
Algeria, and then Nigeria is.
I
That's
want
what
us,
happened
I
last
want us,
time.
But the thing is, Algeria aren't really a
I want us
powerhouse
to
either.
face either Egypt or Ghana, I beg. Whichever
No,
one
no,
of
no.
them
The
qualifies.
way
I
the,
want
way
us
the
to
draw
face
is now, we can't face them now.
We can't
Maybe
face them.
probably now, yeah. So- Why do you want to face them now?
Because
Are you so
those
confident?
Patience, Adams, patience. You'll get your turn.
But anyways, outside the Nigeria and all that, the tournament has been amazing. Like Cote d'Ivoire put up a
Yes,
win. The
yes,
stadiums have been top
absolutely.
notch.
crazy goals, man. Crazy goals.
Some crazy goals. Mauritania, like that goal. Anytime I'm like, wow.
Bro.
But they're
This
out of the
guy,
tournament.
that guy that used to play for Manchester United, baby.
Baby, yeah.
I never knew that.
That the goalkeeping for that goal, though, I'm sorry.
yeah, the
goalkeeper
goalkeeper.
was a disrespect, but
calm down.
Yeah.
There was sun in his eyes. Hot.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
so some great goals, some history being made. Mauritania scored their first goals of an AFCON ever. I think Namibia also registered their first win in the last match day. I'm trying to think of any other sort of achievement or record. So it's been a tournament of surprises and shocks. Cape Verde, Mozambique also got their first point without draw against Egypt. They were so close; they would have won. So yeah, and then since the what's his name now, the Equatorial Guinea striker Nsue scored a hat trick against Guinea-Bissau. That was the first hat trick since 2008. And a hat trick has been scored at AFCON. So history for him as well. So yeah, so a lot to look forward to in the last match day. I was looking at some of the stats. Osimhen is leading in
Tomorrow, right?
yeah.
Nigeria is going to Guinea-Bissau tomorrow. Yeah, the final game. Hopefully we make things easy. We don't need any sort of calculator. Osimhen just needs to take his chances. His highest expected goals, number one expected
see who you mentioned for my club to buy. What I've been watching from that guy, Afcon, I want no parts. I spend the
But that's Afcon though. That's Afcon. It's different.
No, I want. No, Adams, don't
no,
explain
no.
this away.
I want Chelsea to buy him.
I
No,
want Adams to defend his guy because when I told you that this guy, when I said that I would start Boniface above Osimhen, you looked at me like I was saying something
It's insane,
that was
man.
unexpected.
How you go?
The African player of the year.
How would you bench
This
the
is
African player? Bro, this guy has no help. He has literally most of the chances.
bro. Hold on, Pius, please say that start again. What is he leading Afcon in?
Bro, I
Say it again. No. Let the viewers hear.
you know how I feel about
What
it,
is
bro.
what? Oh, no.
You know how I
no, I feel tax.
but,
I understand you, brother.
but
Some
no,
some players can do no wrong in your eyes.
I know he should be better. He should be
Exactly.
better. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I think he should. There's some of those chances that he should score. But at the same time, I feel like they're being too hard.
Most of those chances, he's
Yeah.
getting through on goal 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
On 2-3 occasions, I've
Yeah,
seen him
I saw
through
it.
on goal with just the goalie. I'm sorry, like if you're meant to be this gunman or this
Once
force in the box, you have to be taking those.
Bro,
You
how
have to.
about Salah?
And it's
What are you
one.
guys saying about Salah in AFCON? Nobody's saying anything.
But
we're
Osimhen is
talking
the African
about
best player.
Nigeria here. Don't
He's
deflect.
Talk about our guy. Don't deflect Salah. Don't run away, Adams. Face the music.
Once you start reminding me of Igalo, that is when I don't want none of this. Because
I,
and to be
I,
honest,
tweet,
maybe
I tweeted and I said Julius Agawa is better than Osimhen. With my own 2 eyes, I watched Agawa
Come on, man.
in Nations Cup after Nations Cup doing
This
backflips.
his first Nations Cup as well. His first major
Yeah.
tournament.
It's also Kudus'
man.
first. And look at how Kudus is performing.
Yeah.
no, Osimhen,
So kind of like,
when someone said that 130 mil might be in Naira,
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was the Ghanaian. The Ghanaian guy was trolling Osimhen.
if anything, he's really reducing how much they should pay for him because that particular one-on-one against Cote d'Ivoire, that's a score a guy and do backflip, left vibe start. How can I be watching Trist Ekong, someone that has blocked me on Twitter, score?
Why did he block you on Twitter, guy?
It was bizarre though. I just came out saying like Osimhen gave him the penalty.
The penalty.
That's-
I was.
No, Trist.
That's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
Trist Ekon's still in this team. The reason why he blocks me was I used to tag him a lot, and especially after the 2018 World Cup, right when he pulled down Mandzukic, that penalty that Croatia got.
Yeah,
I was even tagging his wife. Baba blocked me. But seeing him start for us, I mean the guy is still at Watford.
No.
It's not like he's in Greece now. He's in PAOK.
We have a guy that's played for probably the second tier in Greece. Playing. But the thing is, Adams, think about it like this is a penalty that is going to change the game.
Yeah.
That's actually going to change game state.
Yeah.
And Osimhen is giving it
That
to
was
Ekong.
that was very bizarre. That was very.
But I think he's taken an important penalty kick before. But I mean, then Osimhen wasn't in the
One
squad.
against Ghana.
Ghana.
World Cup.
No, Osimhen was there. Osimhen played that game. Nigeria
Yeah,
versus
but
Ghana.
Wow.
she's not going to play the penalty.
Yeah, but like the optics just doesn't look good. It's like
Yeah, that's worrying.
Salah will be on 4 goals. You think he's giving Nunes penalty to score for confidence?
And that's-
Baba is going to score his fourth one.
Yeah.
That's the kind of striker we need.
Yeah,
And
he wasn't just. I mean, I'm thankful that I gave it to him because he probably might have missed. But
But you know what I've realized? I think Osimhen has a ball striking problem, which is really strange for a striker. I think most of his goals, right? And this is me just putting on my conspiracy brain. Most of his goals are instinctive finishes. We all know, like, when you give a striker time and space to fashion a finish, then it becomes about your real ability.
yeah, that's the
Like,
hardest finish.
what is your technique?
Yeah,
Like you see guys like Kane, they work on their technique. So when they get a one-on-one chance, they hit it the same way towards the same angle. They're about precision,
yeah,
not about like tricking the goalie.
Yeah.
But when you finish instinctively and you just toe pokes, headers, awkward finishes, like there was one he finished last year where it was from an impossible angle.
Yeah, he
from
just
the wing. He just hits it. Those are the kind of finishes guys like Nunes, they thrive on instinctive finishes, but he doesn't have ball striking ability to commit one finish to memory and just do it over and
I
over.
don't think the
And I
right
think
I don't think the right thing.
that's why
I
he's
get
not
what you're
good.
saying, but I don't think the right thing is ball striking though. It might be something else.
That's what it is.
It
That's what it is. Ball striking.
Yeah, being
Like,
able to strike
yeah,
to one particular
yeah,
place all the time,
right.
every time. Like,
yeah,
yeah, I mean,
I
it's the
was
same
going
thing
to
that
say he doesn't have
Nunes was
that.
saying.
Like, yeah, he hasn't practiced it enough. He doesn't have that muscle memory where like he does that thing every time, and so it just comes to him as
Right.
second nature. He like
Yeah.
I don't think he has that yet.
Yeah, but for 130 mil, you need to have ball striking, brother.
You
Yeah,
need to have it.
Yeah, like
Especially if you're not someone that's good in terms of the build up and the technical aspect of the game. You
Hmm.
better be a stone cold finisher. So this is looking really bad on him because he's so deficient in other areas of the game. You would be expecting that his finishing has to be very sharp.
Hmm.
So if I'm the club that was looking at him as a striker option, I'm looking twice. Like, okay, I don't know.
yeah,
I don't
I
know.
don't like what I'm seeing so far from him.
so far, yeah,
Even
so far.
even in
I'm
even in
not even gonna
Champions League
lie.
to this season,
I'm not gonna
he's
lie.
been
So
looking
far,
scary in Champions League.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Our time is fast. Okay, so finally, before we end the show, right? I'll just have a question for you guys. Like, I'll ask each of you. I'll also give my own point of view as well. So two questions in one, right? Okay, so do you see Nigeria winning this AFCON? And if your answer is no, who do you think is going to win it? Let me start with Chooks. Chooks, special guest. What do you think?
I don't think Nigeria will win AFCON. It's just it's too chaotic with the way we play. No attacking, like no creativity. It's just long ball,
Yeah,
penalty, home for penalty. The team I think will win it. I honestly feel Senegal again. They just look too organized, and everybody looks like they are playing for money. Money is looking like Messi out there. All these young players around him, and they know where everybody is. They are picking the right passes, and they look like they are well coached. So my pick would be Senegal.
Senegal. All right. Adams.
oof, yeah, man. My what's it called? My superstition, right? I can't go against the team I support. So Nigeria.
Nigeria all the way. I like you, Adams. Uzo. I know you.
Yeah, I'm with Chooks. There is no identity. There is no, there is no passion. Yeah, I was saying after the first half against Cote d'Ivoire, I struggle to find a less inspiring Nigerian team in my lifetime. There have been worse teams, of course, in terms of quality, but in terms of like inspiring, we're like I'm watching it. I'm just so flat. Like the goals don't move me. Nothing moves me. I'm just sitting there like, okay, anyway. But I don't think we have what it takes to win the AFCON because when you get towards the later stages, it's going to be about your togetherness, your ability to stay in the game even when you're not playing well. And that's what really separates teams in AFCON. It's not really about talent all the time. So I don't think we have I've seen so many other teams with more togetherness, more unity, more solid in their approach. So I don't think we were absolutely anywhere close to winning it. And my pick would also be Senegal because so many young, hungry footballers, and they're not just young, hungry in the traditional like African way of wanting to upstage other people. They're hungry
Yeah,
and they're allowing themselves to play within the flow of the team,
Yeah,
but prove themselves in their work ethic, their ability. Like this Lamin Kamara guy, like wow, what a footballer!
yeah.
Being
Great
his first
guy.
AFCON as well, and how young he is. Of
And
course, my boy Papi Matassa is out there balling.
please.
The whole team is so they're very inspiring. I would say that you look at the coach, he's Senegalese. I love it. I love it. Everything about them.
yeah, absolutely. It's very difficult to argue against anybody that says Senegal, even based on the two games that I've
Yeah.
watched with my eyes. Because
Yeah,
I've watched a lot
they
of
just look
games.
so
Yeah,
miles ahead. And even the teams that okay, like Cape Verde, look at some of the goals. The
yeah,
team like celebrating that, that video of the guy doing like this, like
yeah.
Nigeria just like
Green.
It's just that
Yeah,
like
man. Yeah,
it's
Senegal.
not there. Like there's no vibes.
they
If
have the
anything, give them
vibes. They
vibes.
have the
Like
vibes. I won't
one
Yeah.
lie.
goal, and like Zanku, something like just
Yeah.
Yeah,
put
Nigeria used to have vibes.
yeah.
Even Ahmed Musa's generation,
We
we
used
have
to have
vibes.
vibes.
But this team is like they're pretending to be.
this team
It's
has too
just
many too many foreigners. I would say not to sound that way, but it's like no for real. Like what is these boys? Like normally, Iwobi Snapchat used to be so fun with like the Nigerian players, but
Yeah.
now on his Snapchat, you be hearing Calvin Bassey. Oh man, you pass the ball, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
what? What's all this
Yeah, we
in,
don't.
in, it- in our locker room? It's too.
Yeah,
I
we
don't know.
don't. We don't have Ndidi. I don't know
Yeah,
what's
I was
Kelechi
going to, I was
doing.
going to say it feels like the locker room is also divided. So you have
It
the
is.
Yeah.
the guys
You have
that
the British Nigerians and the other
yeah, and
ones.
then you have the
Yeah.
guys that
I was absolutely. I was about to say that there's a clique. Like the team is not united. Like you could see that even when the few against Cote d'Ivoire, like there were the very few times we got into threatening positions, right?
Selfishness.
Like yeah, selfishness. Like
I don't
past you,
understand
That
selfishness.
no.
I don't just
That
understand it.
bright
like
Osai Samuel.
man,
You should be ashamed of
with
yourself.
yourself. Like
You should be ashamed of yourself. The greed that he came off the bench to be more greedy than the guys who started the game, who put us in the 1-goal lead. See, there was one, he was just run through. You have left, the guy running to your left, wide open, the guy running to your right, wide open.
just
And he takes all these touches.
The guy,
To watch.
the guy wanted
Always
to
to
be his
watch.
Instagram reel now. Remember?
This is AFCON, man. You need to it has to be together. It has to be like a team unit. Like everybody has to be in it together. You can't be doing.
You know, even watching that Senegal game, Cameroon didn't play badly at all. They
yeah.
were just outclassed. They
They
were
were just
outclassed by a
outclassed,
team that was just way better than them.
Do you see their
Way
passing
better
patterns?
coached, everything.
Those guys are actually really good.
Seeing that in AFCON is like a shock to me. I'm just like, bro, I
Those
would
guys
never
are
have
actually
thought.
really good.
And you know, if you're expecting that, you're expecting it from like more of the Arab teams like
Yeah,
Morocco or Egypt.
Yeah.
But seeing this from a West Africa, it shows you that truly, if you invest in the grassroots, if you prioritize building from homegrown talents, you can actually create a sustainable program.
Yeah.
And you can play organized football. Like we have the talents.
And to
Look
that
at
point,
the
Pius, you probably know this. To that point, they have the best teams in all the age grades too. Like the
Yeah.
under
They're the
17,
current
under
champions,
20s. Like they're
yeah,
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it
all right.
shows. It's showing.
It's showing, yeah. So it's just looking like everything is pointing towards Senegal. But you know, this is tournament football. Things can happen, and I don't think anybody has defended has done like back-to-back AFCON since maybe 2010. The Egypt of those years that did the three-peats. I don't think anybody has done like. There's always a
Yeah.
new winner,
But if there's
So-
anybody to do it, it's probably this team though.
It's
Senegal
this Senegal team.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well,
They look. Yeah.
Niger,
And I trust Adams. Adams is that patriotic guy. He also has that feeling, you know.
Niger, man.
You know,
When
the
we
thing
go
about
out,
Nigeria
man,
is-
I'll support another team. I would say,
Wait, what jersey are you wearing, Adams?
oh, you don't know this number. You don't know this number.
the Ivory Coast.
I'm just saying, those guys look worse than us. To be fair, man.
The Ivory Coast.
Really
Right?
think Nigeria looked bad. Watching Ivory Coast in that second game, I was like, wow. That's why I'm confident that we beat Guinea-Bissau, because if that team beat Guinea-Bissau, then yeah, we should be going out there and slapping them, because Ivory Coast were worse than us.
Yeah, we need.
Didn't even think that was possible.
We need an all you can eat buffet game. Especially before the knockouts. You're like, I want to see a game where like Osimhen scores the crazy, like someone scores the goal. Like
Osimhen brace, look
Yeah, like
one
that.
goal.
I guess you
Yeah,
ready
we
for
need that.
this
Yeah.
Maybe it's this game. Maybe it's this game. Osimhen needs to.
Just first.
It needs to.
I'll be watching
This is
tomorrow.
not bad, yeah.
He needs to start bad. I mean, like,
Yeah,
start
exactly.
with
Game.
We need it. We need it. Just for confidence. For confidence
Yeah.
and togetherness, we need it.
He needs to get
Absolutely.
the price.
Minimum 4-0. Look at South Africa today. They caught Namibia and they beat them
Oh,
mercilessly.
I'm a piano. I'm a piano. Go carry you go away. Just first half, the game was over.
They beat them
was over in first.
mercilessly.
I've watched. They played better than Nigeria. Like they've had. You can see passing like the passing patterns. Like I don't know, man. Nigeria is just hopefully we
Just
improve. I
vibes,
don't know.
vibes, and inshallah. Just
I don't know. Like we just run the ball. Like and we have ball playing it. Like Iwobi can pass the ball.
and what?
My chest.
Did you hear when I think that was Amokachi on commentary talking about it won't be
They should
able
not come. That guy, they should just take him out. He just says rubbish.
penetrate.
Say what you penetrate.
He said a guy that can play sexy passes and penetrate.
But like someone said, I look at he's doing as if he's commentating from the beer parlor.
Nah, but that our manager. Just talk about Nigeria a little. That formation out there. Onyeka and Iwobi are the ones we've entrusted to do line breaking passes to open up things. There was one shot that Onyeka took against Cote d'Ivoire. I had to turn off. I turned it off because I was watching on the stream. I was watching on the stream. I said, "Yeah, man, this is not what I'm using to spoil my." Frank Onyeka, where in Brentford you don't even give more than 5 yard pass. You don't come AFCON now. You shoot ball. I'm sure you can see Thomas Frank.
That's something I really hate about like when our players come back, like stuff that they wouldn't do at their clubs. They come to the national team, they start.
But that happens everywhere too, though. Even Salah will get to.
No. Salah has all the keys at Liverpool.
No. But
he has all
the
the
some of the
keys.
things
The keys to the kingdom.
Yeah. I get your point. He has all the keys. But if we
I'm talking about when guys like Chancellor Mbemba will be playing on the shoulder of the last striker.
Or even Mikel will come back then. He'll come back to Nigeria. I mean,
we play calm. We play calm.
Thomas is you know what
That's the difference between.
boys have come to play ball. Bros, my position. They go on the other side. They go on the other side. You just gotta collect that wing.
That's what they'll be playing. That's what I call big man football. They'll come and be playing.
They'll collect number 10, number 7, quick.
After I don't collect sevens, bros. Go collect another number. Go collect.
So
I just don't want to see that bright Osayi Samuel again. Don't you dare. That was a very rubbish cameo that he had, man.
Yeah, why? And he's a good player. He's better than that. I don't know.
Somebody's name is Bright. They probably call the guy Bright. It's just
the whole like the Nigerian setup. The Nigerian setup just thinks from top to bottom, right? From NFF down, like who's that
coach?
Like, what's the pedigree of the manager?
You can never think of.
But the only thing we should be happy about it is finally it looks like we have an actual goalkeeper.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
we as much as we're clowning the team, Nwabali has been good.
Decent.
Yeah. He's been good. He's been very solid.
On the bench and he remains there is good enough for me.
Listen, I actually think we should stop calling after those his comments about if he's easy, go to Amel Yiboma and sign you. That's so disrespectful to because the thing is, if we were criticizing maybe a mediocre performance, I would understand. But you are literally sabotaging the team. You are throwing the team under the bus, and that's your response. Get out of here, man. I hope he does. I'm so glad that Nwabali has been doing well. I knew he was going to be good when he had a miscommunication with one of the defenders in that Ivory Coast game, and then he saved the shot and he smiled. But he was smiling before he even saved the shot. I said, "Yeah, we've gotten a demon here. We've gotten it."
Yeah, he's confident. I like that about him.
Yeah, he's confident. He's also very massive. I like it. Yeah.
Before we end the show, right? So what do you guys think about the Sadiq Umar situation, right? It's so funny. That's another funny situation from Nigeria.
Oh, the guy that injured now is playing again.
Yeah.
He said,
it's also like the similar thing with Salah too. Like unless like
I think that happened. To be honest, I feel like things like that happen. They've happened before. I don't really see the.
But I mean, but it's one of those things where like some players have this, or maybe also because like AFCON is in the middle of an actual season.
Yeah.
But people don't take the tournament as serious as they should, and the tournament needs to get better of being able to accommodate players with injuries. Because for the most part, some of them can't even rehab where they are. Facilities are not there. The team rather just have their player back and
exactly. Like, if you have a knock, if you're carrying a knock, just go. I don't know why people are saying
it's not to stay in that place, and maybe now your injury will get worse than it should be.
Yeah. Honestly, I think what it really is nobody wants to come sit behind Victor Osimhen because they know he will play every game.
You think
he's going to play every game?
How, bro?
No. I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying, like,
That
you
one
have
is
to be thinking
sitting down.
about.
You know, so
No, I'm saying think about where they're coming
So
from.
the
Like
Umar wasn't even. He's not even somebody that. Even if Osimhen wasn't, let's say he wasn't injured, I don't think if Boniface was there, he would probably be like third or fourth choice.
But
Nobody's going
but
to
that's
care
what I'm saying.
about
You're
him.
proving my point even more. You're proving my point. Nobody wants to come sit on the bench for 1 month, losing fitness when you are being paid at a club. You're fighting for your jersey. I don't mind it
Yeah,
personally. I
yeah,
don't
I
mind
don't
it.
mind it too.
Go and hustle for what puts food on your table.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
I
come and
don't
be
mind.
holding pom poms for to watch some other guy miss 8 chances a game. No, I'm not. No, I'm going back to my club that pays my bills. I'm not going to lose fitness and I have to work my way back into fitness again. No, it doesn't make any sense.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. Can only I mean okay, I can only wish let me say I and Adams. I don't know Chooks. Are you carrying Nigeria in your head? We can only wish Nigeria all the best.
Well, we watch now with Nigeria is what
I think
as
Every win AFCON, I'll be here with you with green
we
jersey.
have
Oh.
this, we have so much say.
Yes, now.
I'm shameless.
But I
I'm
don't,
There's
shameless.
bro.
no
I'm not.
my night jersey is here. Where's the fantasy? But no, we have this first say me and Uzo. Anything Nigeria give us, we eat. If they,
Simple.
they go far, we eat. If they no go far, we'll starve. We wait
we,
till World Cup. It's World Cup. I dare them. This World Cup in America, Nigeria, I
yeah,
dare
I
you
dare you.
not to
I
qualify.
dare
they must
Osimhen. I
qualify.
dare you, Osimhen.
And
So that's when you finally pick up on him, Abi.
No, no, bro. We need to play in the World Cup, man. Ghana,
Ah, if you the
Because
one that we can go watch,
exactly.
I
bro.
dare all of them.
and you know the thing is, a World Cup in America, that's a chance for supporters club to jackpot. That's a chance for all those homegrown players to
Yeah,
jackpot. Like you dare not miss out on a chance to jackpot
Now
for free.
almost
Nah,
You.
this I go
you
play
dare not
to.
miss out on a
Our,
chance.
our boys are not playing. You, you
I'm,
people should not mistakenly not come for that
I'm,
one.
I'm calling my cousin right now to sign up for supporters club.
I'm confident.
If we don't qualify,
I'm actually confident that we'll be there. So we've already played 2 games already in our group, World Cup qualifying group, and we're already behind Rwanda or so. So, but I'm confident
oh
that we'll
my
qualify.
god,
Yeah,
Um,
oh my god,
we're behind right now, but
and
it's
then
you,
we have a double header in June, South Africa home and away. So crucial games. All right,
we
guys.
need we can't play around with this one. Real quick, my earliest memory of watching football, right? Like what got me into die-hard fandom was going with my uncle to go watch Super Eagles disappoint us. So for me, Super Eagles and disappointment is part of my
there.
DNA as a supporter.
It's been there
The
from
first time I saw my uncle cry actual tears was not when his unborn son died. It was when Nigeria lost. Like
Wow.
that was when he lost. I say yeah.
yeah.
That's what football can
For
do
that
to a man.
generation carry it on there. My grandfather wouldn't eat. He didn't watch Prem nothing. All he watched was only Nigeria. When
Super
Wow.
Nigeria
Eagles, yeah.
doesn't win, he will say he's not eating. That he doesn't want to eat.
Well, I can understand. Those times Nigeria had some sort of pride, but now, all right, guys. I think we've exhausted all the time we can exhaust. This is where we have to end the show. It was an amazing one. Thanks for coming, Chooks. Hopefully we'll have
No,
you
anytime.
anytime. We'll have you soon again.
We
Right.
need to have him for the Emirates game for sure.
Yeah. We need to have that.
Absolutely. Oh, I
If we
did
don't win, don't come. I'm never going to.
Same here. If you
If we
don't win,
win,
I'll
I
be
will be here. If we win, I will be here.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming again. It was nice. So, guys, please don't forget to, as usual, drop your comments on the subject matter you've heard us discuss on the show.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Comment, do all the usual stuff. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. Take care.
Peace out.
Peace out.